All right, we are back. I apologize for that technical difficulty situation that we had, but it's all sorted out because we are problem solvers here at Crypto Empire. We never let a little hindrance stop us from what we are setting out to actually accomplish. I appreciate everybody for standing by. I can see we already have Lorenzo all the way. He says it's 4 a.m. right now, but he's staying up to catch the weekly Crypto Empire Sunday live stream. So big shout out to Lorenzo for sticking with us. We also have Glasshopper, Luca, Dre, Rigoberto. All the legends are here with me. Thank you for sticking with me through that technical difficulty. Let's hop right back to where we actually were in the live stream. All right, so I'm using a different system over here, so I'm not going to have all my usual TradingView tools. This is not my TradingView account, but regardless, we're still going to get it done here. So anyway, we were looking at the Bitcoin chart. Let me pull up the Bybit chart. Big shout out to our producer here at Crypto Empire for stepping up and assisting us with the technical difficulties. Shout out to you, producer. I won't name your name, but you know who you are. All right, so we're looking at Bitcoin here on the Bybit chart. Back to what I was saying, basically, we're going sideways. We are chopping and slopping around. Can I just fix this? Because I want to see the prices on the right-hand side of the screen. Whatever, I'm not going to do this on stream. Anyway, yeah, we're chopping around. We're on a massive ascending triangle here. So, in the meantime, let's get into the FOMC meeting that a lot of people were talking about. A lot of people were asking me about. We do have an FOMC meeting on the 15th of March in just a few days from now. This article from Cointelegraph was giving us the lowdown about this FOMC meeting. So this is going to be very relevant for the interest rates here in the U.S. And interest rates are obviously one of the deciding factors of basically what does happen in the economy. So price is very stagnant because we are waiting to see what the Federal Reserve is actually going to be saying for the FOMC meeting in this FOMC meeting, basically. So we can read right here that attention for Sunday's close is specifically on the upcoming decision on interest rates from the Fed. On March 16th, the extent of the presumed rate hike could provide temporary volatility and even a longer-lasting trend change for risk assets. So what this article is saying is to expect volatility around the weekly candle close. That is coming up in a few hours now. In just about 3.5 hours, we will have the weekly candle close. And if we look at the weekly chart, this weekly candle currently is not too attractive. We have a huge wick upwards and a very small candle body over here. It represents a bit of indecision, not a great candle close at all. I think if we look at a monthly, always good to really take a zoom out and look at the overall bigger picture. But the monthly right now for March is a nice big red candle. And I think if this can close above 40K here on the monthly for March, I think that would be a very good thing leading into April. So expect some volatility towards the close tonight. It's in 3.5 hours. Price is still going sideways. Expect this range that it's been trading in to break. Very simple. On the 4 hour again, we do have a supply zone right here. Let me just navigate this TradingView account. Get my tools. All right, we're just going to stick with lines, no zones right now. So we do have this supply zone starting at around 41,700. So if we do end up actually breaking the highs, it's very common. We're having bull and bear traps left and right now. So if we do actually break above the highs of this range over here at $40,268, I can think it's plausible to see a run up to this rally-based drop supply zone and actually go ahead and get rejected. This would be the bull trap scenario. The bear trap scenario is we go ahead and break the trend line and we basically go ahead and test the lows down here at around 37.2K, and we bounce from there. That would be the bear trap scenario. Overall, I think we're still going to be chopping around until the FOMC meeting, but like this article is saying, expect some volatility, and for that volatility, I do think it's going to be some kind of bull or bear trap scenario, and the chop will actually continue right now. So that is the Bitcoin analysis for the day. I want to thank everybody for sticking with me and tuning in, catching the analysis throughout the technical difficulties. Let me go ahead and catch up with the chat. We got Mel39. We also have Margav. We got Erhan. Erhan's enjoying it, I think. Yeah, we got the whole fam here. Good to see everybody. Now, moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at our Twitter wisdom for the day from Secrets of Crypto. Secrets of Crypto is saying, for your own safety, don't hold too much in a bank. Hashtag crypto, hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag ETH, gold, and silver. Why is he saying this? Well, it's becoming very clear that it's best to have full sovereign control over your money, and you don't necessarily get that in a traditional bank account nowadays. So if you haven't started preparing yet, it's probably wise to prepare a little bit at least. Stack some BTC. If you want some physicals, stack some gold, stack some silver. It's never a bad idea, because if you are ready, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So no matter what does happen, I don't think we're going to have a full-on collapse this year, right, where you're really going to need this. But it's best to start preparing ahead of time. I think Secrets is spot on here that it's definitely a good idea to start building up your reserves outside of the traditional system. Because if you're not prepared for what's coming, you will get absolutely wiped out like a tidal wave. So prepare now. Do not get smacked in the face by what is coming, because it is coming, plain and simple. So prepare now, prepare ahead of time, get some BTC, and put it away. Glasshopper asking, idea of what MintDAO price will open at. I don't have that information in front of me because I'm not on my normal computer, but let's take a look at the MintDAO Twitter account and see if they posted that on their account. I'm not sure what the opening price will be, the public sale price. You can, Glasshopper77, go ahead and join the MintDAO Telegram group and ask them in the Telegram group. They will be able to give you an answer on that question immediately. All right, it's better than me fumbling around looking for an answer here in the stream. Go join the MintDAO Telegram group and ask them that exact question. They'll get you an answer right away. Now, moving on, let's take a look at the top ecosystems that you should really be paying attention to if you're not already paying attention to. The top ecosystem right now at the current moment in time are all of the projects built on the Cosmos software development kit. We got Elijah Johnson saying, what's up, brother? Keep up the great work. Thank you, Elijah. Or Ellie Johnson. I appreciate it, Ellie. Thank you for tuning into the live stream and showing your support. So Cosmos, taking a look at these assets. All these assets are becoming more and more relevant, and I'm only going to expect them to continue to grow in relevance and market share. They are capturing other projects' market share that aren't necessarily delivering the same way that these Cosmos ecosystem projects are actually delivering. We obviously have Terra LUNA. Terra LUNA, an absolute apex asset. We'll take a look at the price chart in just one moment. But as for that, look at all these names. Crypto.com, Cosmos Hub, Atom, Osmosis, THORChain, JUNO, Kadena, Anchor, Secret, Oasis, Anchor again, Kava, Stargaze, Persistence, XBRT, Fetch, Akash, Band, etc. All these projects are extremely solid. And I think 2022, it's very obvious to me at this point that 2022 is the year of the Cosmos ecosystem. It's becoming more and more clear by the day. There's some talks right now with the European Union making it so that no citizens can actually trade proof of work cryptocurrency assets, meaning that they would basically just be banning Bitcoin and Ethereum on centralized exchanges, right? I've been hearing this news come through. So what does that mean? That just means THORChain is basically going to explode, in my opinion, not financial advice. But if we see that major governments start to ban Bitcoin and Ethereum because of proof of work, because they're bad for the environment, etc., regardless of what you might personally think about that, all that will do is make assets that are solving the problems that centralized exchanges bring absolutely take off. So THORChain, I have covered this quite a bit since March did start. I made a full video about THORChain yesterday. But if we start to see nations actually make trading Bitcoin not allowed, what are people going to do naturally? It's like water, the law of least resistance. You're always going to find a way around. You're going to find the way of least resistance. Just like water effortlessly flows down a stream in the mountain, twisting and turning around all the obstacles. That's the way that mankind is. So the second we get an obstacle put in our way, we're simply going to go around it. How do we go around it? We use decentralized exchanges. THORChain. If you haven't looked into THORChain yet, you should probably do some research on this crypto project, because I think it's primed for a huge year. It's basically going to keep on growing exponentially in value as the value of THORSwap and as the liquidity gets added to the exchange, because Rune is paired with every single pair on the THORChain DEX, automated market maker, and it's just going to exponentially grow in value if you know how the tokenomics work. So very interesting times we are living in. THORChain, Rune, definitely have that one on your radar. Let's go ahead and take a look at the price chart of Rune and take a look at what has happened since we last did cover it yesterday. Let's see. We got Dre saying thank you for the continuation. No problem, Dre. We have Subgar saying for the EU, I think that proof of work cryptos are out of the discussion. They're going to talk about the general restrictions that could be applied by governments. Yeah, I hope so. I'm hearing some different news come in. Regardless of what does happen, I think that would just be a total bonehead move if they were to actually ban Bitcoin. Like, you can't stop it. It's decentralized. You're not going to stop all the miners around the world. It's just going to keep on going without you. So you're just going to get left behind if you try to inhibit this technology, which is why I really do respect what the U.S. government has come out and said, how they're embracing crypto and they want to be a leader in the blockchain space. So big ups to the U.S. government for saying that and for taking a strong stance to support cryptocurrency adoption going forward. Right, that's actually major. Anyway, looking at THORChain, we broke up to 671. Let's get some favorites on here. Let's get a fib. Let's get some drawing tools. We'll get a brush. We'll get a rectangle. And we'll get some lines. We'll get our horizontal line, horizontal ray, and our trend line over here so that we have some tools to actually go ahead and draw with. We'll get a parallel channel as well. Perfect. All right, now we got some tools to work with. So looking at THORChain, sorry, I have like some call it attention deficit disorder. I have to make sure everything is perfect. Let's move this like this. Cool. And perfect. All right, we're in business now. Let me go ahead and change these settings. All right, cool. Now I can draw. So THORChain, I want to pull a fib basically from the swing high down to the swing low. Go ahead and reverse this. Get rid of all of this. Cool. And let's throw on an 88.6. Make that red. 88.6 should always be red on your fibs, the crypto empire way. And let's also extend this to the right. And get rid of the background. Perfect. All right. Cool. Looking at this fib. First levels that do pop out to me are up here at the 23.6, $5.86. And then really, I would be paying attention here at the 38.2 to the 50% retracement, or at around $5 for a pullback. It's a pretty steep pullback on THORChain, but that would still actually be a higher low, right? Because we just made a higher high, two huge parabolic green candles. I wouldn't be surprised to see price go ahead and pull back, make a higher low, then go ahead and continue its uptrend higher. Some brief THORChain analysis. Let's also take a look at Terra LUNA. On Bybit. So Luna right now is basing right around the $86 level. Now if we look to the right, this is a major level on the chart over here at around $84, right? Luna is it's the strongest crypto in the market right now. There's no doubt about it that Luna is the strongest coin. However, it is having some difficulty getting above this all-time high resistance, right? We were rejected over here. Now, it's very possible that we just base here at around $84. I want to see I think we're going to be attacking the all-time high again. I would not be surprised to see Luna go ahead and take another crack at the $104 level and see it try to break out above that all-time high. Will it break the all-time high on its next attempt? Well, we don't know that for sure, but realistically, we're in a pretty good level to actually, take a position on Luna. It's not perfect, really. It would be better around closer to $80. But 88 right now, with where this is going in the longer term, I'm talking a shorter term trade right now. Long term, this is going to be several hundreds of dollars coming up, I think, in the next few months throughout 2022. Right, I can see easily $200, $300, $400 Terra Luna. For right now, in the short term, we're in a pretty decent level. We can also pull a fib from the swing high down to the swing low and see what levels we do have on the chart. So we can see our 38.2 is right here, $82.83. This is our prime juicy liquidity area closest to the chart right now. We also have our 50% retracement at $76. I strongly doubt Luna is going to be breaking these lows over here at around $70. Personally, I think that the market is due for a big eruption because, like I said, once demand does actually come back, things are going to be picking up rather quickly in the market. So be looking out for when the demand does actually come back. It's going to be very noticeable. People are going to be very excited again. People are going to be posting on Twitter more often. You're going to see bullish news articles. It's going to be quite obvious when demand does come back into the market. And by that point, it's going to be too late if you haven't been paying attention, which is why I said before we had our technical difficulties, which is why I said you need to be paying attention now while the masses are not actually paying attention. Right? We got Labradoodle. What's up, Labradoodle? Thanks for joining us. We also have BRMC. And we got Jasper. We also have Larry Globe. Yes, sir. Larry Globe. Am I bullish on Kadena? I think it's a great project. It's not my first pick. We can take a look at the price chart right now. Looks like it just got listed on Binance. Let's go to KuCoin. So Kadena back underneath 670. Or 650, I mean. If we draw a horizontal line at 650, right there. So this is a pretty relevant level for Kadena. Pretty much the median of this huge trading range that it has been trading in. Right, we have one big trading range here. And Kadena right now is really just going sideways, moving in tandem with the rest of the market. Am I bullish on this? Yes, I think it's a good layer 1 project. Is it my first pick for a layer 1? Not necessarily. That doesn't mean I think it's going to not do very well. But we do have trendline support coming in at around $6, $6.15. So definitely be on the lookout if we do actually go back and go ahead and test this trend line. And this had a major run up in February up to $10, got rejected. Now it's just been coiling up for its next move. Big level up here at 825. But really, I mean, what did I just draw again? Another massive ascending triangle. So things don't look horrible in the charts, but you expect this to break to the upside. This is a bullish chart pattern. Could we see a drop from this? It's possible, but I think that's a less probable chance of actually playing out. Glasshopper's saying they need more Luna, can't stop buying the dust. Yeah, the Dragon Dust or the Meteor Dust is going to be very useful for Levana, but we do have some time before we actually see all of that come to fruition. Levana is a long-term play. I know I've been very adamant about it, very outspoken about Levana, but you need to understand if you're going to be partaking in Levana Dragons, Levana Protocol, it's a long-term project. Don't expect anything to happen in the next few weeks, the next few months. 6 to 12 months from now, I think it can be a blossoming, one of the biggest gaming projects in all of cryptocurrency. But right now, you need to be patient for Levana. Let's see. What's your point of view of privacy projects? Found Sutra Usu a while. Seems interesting. Their idea, low market cap. Well, I'm a big advocate of privacy coins. Have I heard of Sutra Usu? No, I have not heard of that one. But I think privacy coins have a very necessary use case in today's modern day and age, and I think they're going to explode in value. Monero is the OG. THORChain also good. Those are really kind of the main two currencies, cryptocurrencies, not necessarily smart contract platforms, but Monero is the main one. Connor taking FOMC Wednesday. We already talked about that, Larry. What I think is going to happen, if they do raise rates, it's going to be very slight. Because listen, if they raise interest rates a lot, the economy is going to tank. They can't have that happen. Let's be real for a second. So if they do decide to raise rates, which I don't really necessarily think they're going to do, but if they do raise them, it's going to be a slight raise. It's not going to be a big deal. And I think, I mean, they already announced they're passing like billions and trillions of dollars of aid, foreign aid, right? So they're printing money again. They cannot stop this. The only way out of this that's going to happen basically is to print more money and keep interest rates low, in my opinion, right? I think housing prices, as you guys know if you've been a long-time subscriber, I am involved in real estate over here in the States, and the housing market, in my opinion, is going to keep on going up as well. Inflation is pretty obvious, right? And I don't think they're going to be hiking interest rates because that would stop the problem, but it would also tank the economy. So I don't think they're going to have that happen. We got Sanretsu. Are you still bullish on Zilliqa Anon with a $5 super chat? Shout out to Sanretsu. I appreciate that $5. Am I still bullish on Zilliqa? I'm not as adamant as I was on it. I mean, I have it staked away, like not touched, e-liquid. So it's just there. But listen, it's not looking great. It's looking really horrible actually in the charts, right? Super horrible. This is the daily. Let's go to a weekly chart. Yeah, I mean, this chart is making a full retracement to where it was a year and 6 months ago, a year and a half ago, Zilliqa, right? This is not what you want to see from a layer 1 smart contract platform that, you know, is aiming to be one of the main layer 1 smart contract platforms. It's not what you want to see where it's just completely dying out and you have other ecosystems absolutely exploding. So can this make a comeback? I think it absolutely can make a comeback, but for the time being, I'm not expecting too much from Zilliqa. This thing has made a full retracement to where it was when it was first breaking out at the start of the bull market in 2020. All right, so horrible looking price chart. Not my first pick by any means right now. A lot of other better projects, in my opinion, to have on your radar in the immediate short term, mid-term, and long term. Hope that helps. I appreciate the super chat. Thoughts on XDC? XDC it's a banker coin. So immediately I'm kind of put off by it. Right? I like decentralized networks that, that are currently basically reinventing everything we have. This is basically adding on to the current system. It's a banker coin. Smart contract platform layer 1. Chart doesn't look great either, but if XRP passes their lawsuit, they're going to start introducing a lot of regulations for digital currencies as well. So XDC is going to get shown some love when that does actually happen. This is on the ISO 0022. I don't know if that's the correct sequence of numbers right there for that, but this is on the list of compliant cryptocurrencies by the main kind of authority figures in the world. So XDC will get shown love. Do I like it? No, not necessarily. It's not my favorite project, but I think it does have potential to perform well. Frankie, hello. What do you think about potential ban proof of work in EU? Did you hear something about it? Frankie, I appreciate you tuning into the live stream. You're always tuning in and asking great questions, but you're always asking questions on topics that we already covered earlier in the live stream. So thank you for joining us, Frankie, but I need to tell you to go back and rewind the live stream because we did already discuss exactly what you did ask. But what I think about that, I think it's very good for THORChain if they try to actually go ahead and ban Bitcoin proof of work cryptos. Let's see, Urhan, Bone Shiba swap. I think there will be good pump long term as long as Shiba ecosystem come and be useful. Yeah, Shiba Inu, not my cup of tea. Could it do well? Absolutely it could. But not my cup of tea, Shiba Inu. Let's see. We got Crypto in West saying MintDAO listing is tomorrow. That is correct. We actually had an audience member asking us what the public sale price would be. I think they joined the chat on Telegram to ask that question. I'm not sure what the public sale price is going to be for MintDAO, but the listing, the token generation event, is tomorrow. All right. So if you are interested in we just got a $9.99 super chat from Mr. Sellers Homes. Shout out to Mr. Sellers Homes for that $9.99. $1 super chat. I appreciate your support. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yes, MintDAO token generation event is tomorrow. If you haven't watched my full MintDAO video yet here on the channel, I strongly suggest that you do learn about this project on Terra. It's basically a business-to-business service that is going to be making NFTs for various other projects. right? This video just here, MintDAO NFTs for the masses. Go check this video out and learn about MintDAO. It's a Terra project, Terra altcoin. I think Terra altcoins will have their day in the sun sometime soon. So I'm personally looking forward to the token generation event tomorrow at 12 p.m. UTC. I think that's PM. It might be AM, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, Frankie, I appreciate you sticking with us throughout all the technical difficulties on the cutoff stream. What's up with Anchor Protocol? Take a look at the price action, but it had a nice bounce from our outline level, but people were just taking heavy profits on Anchor. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. So on Anchor, right here around the 350 level was our outlined level. We just got a $4.99 super chat from Mr. Sellers Homes. Thank you, Mr. Sellers Homes. I greatly appreciate your support. That $4.99, thank you very much for that. What's my favorite Terra altcoin? Favorite Terra altcoin at the current moment in time? I mean, right now, Prism, right? Prism is doing very well farming. It's pretty passive, right? Staking Y Luna. So currently, really liking Prism off the top of my head. That's my current favorite, but that is subject to change. So we'll see what actually does happen with the Terra altcoins. But yeah, Prism is hot right now. There's no doubt about it. Offering nice APR percentages for staking Y Luna, especially if you're doing the Prism farm. But let's not forget about the Levana airdrop that is going to be taking place either at the end of March or the beginning of April. That will probably be my favorite Terra altcoin when the Levana airdrop does actually go ahead and happen. Hope that answers your question, Mr. Sellers Homes. Any thoughts on Luna Lions? I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. Vajra, not interested. Now, Anchor Protocol. We did bounce from our zone, but we pretty much got rejected at supply again, and we went ahead and we sold off. We rolled over nicely. Now our next obvious level is going to be down here at around 290 down to about 260. This is your next level on Anchor. So what's happening? What's happening is it's going to test its next level of demand, which is right here, just under $3. So expect, price to go ahead and test this level. And this is retracing back to where it was in late February. I think this will recover, but yeah, heavy profit taking at the moment. What's happening to Polkadot? Let's take a look at Polkadot. Thoughts on Kajira and Mirror? They're good. Kajira is good, right? If you want to use the protocol to get discounted, liquidated Luna. But yeah, it's not too crazy, not too hectic. Don't have really anything much to say about them. I don't use them that often. Mirror protocol, we'll see what happens with Mirror. But what's happening with DOT? It's chopping around. Who asked this question? Nelson. Yeah, Nelson. Listen, Polkadot is chopping around. Not getting shown a lot of love in terms of, the way that Cosmos is getting adoption right now. Polkadot is getting left behind. Yes, it launched 2 months ago, the mainnet. Parachains are just going live. But yeah, this is pretty, it's not a lot is happening. Major level, though, to watch for is a breakout above really $20, $20.40, $20.50. This is a main level to actually watch for a breakout on Polkadot. We can just look to the left and see that a lot is going on here. So if we can actually go and reclaim 2050 and then test this supply zone, that's going to be major on DOT. Until then, no reason to get really excited for anything. Expect more chopping around, more non-directional price action. But yeah, if we can actually break 2050 and then take out this supply zone over here, then we can actually be in business. But the lows from over the summer go as low as like $9 on the wick, 1041. Right, so I don't necessarily think these lows get tested. that would be a blessing if these lows do actually get tested. I don't think that's going to happen. I expect more chopping around, more non-directional volatility. And, you know, if we see a breakout above $20, $20.50, and we start closing above it, using these levels as support, taking out this supply zone, then we start going up higher, attacking $30, $40, $50 again on Polkadot. Labradoodle, thoughts on Juno Prop 16? So it's a no from me. Like, I don't think that anybody should say that you can freeze a person's funds, or, you know, say that their funds have no power. That person went through all the effort to make all those wallets, stake all that atom, and then consolidate it together. And I don't think anybody can say that that person is not allowed to have a say in the future of Juno. So I think that, you know, it was a mistake. Everything is kind of iffy, but I don't think it's right to actually, you know, freeze those funds or make it so we can't vote on any governance proposals. Still bullish on Atom. Yes, I am still bullish on Cosmos Atom. Lorenzo, top winners on the futures today are the Graph and OGN. I wonder what is happening with the Graph for that to happen. OGN showing a lot of volume. Yes, it is pumping. Let's take a look at the chart. And listen, when something is pumping like this, you should probably not FOMO into it, right? Because it probably will not last. But yeah, this thing is spiking. Good call, Lorenzo. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. OGN spiking up, literally out of nowhere, right? You see this price action, extremely low volume, going completely sideways. This is what is called accumulation. When things are in accumulation is when you want to be paying attention to it. After they go parabolic like this is not when you should be buying. You want to buy during accumulation. Now we see this. Could this continue up higher? Yes, but pretty unlikely. In my opinion, it will. It just went ahead and tested 43 cents, which is a pretty clear level over here. And we got some nice wicks indicating a lot of sellers were up here. But yeah, this was a nice pump out of nowhere today. Completely doing the opposite of what the rest of the market is doing. But a good lesson here, when we see accumulation like this, remember the market can only go up, down, or sideways. When it's going sideways, it can only go up or down. And yeah, it just pumped up out of nowhere. So interesting parabolic move from OGN, Origin Protocol. You know, I wouldn't recommend chasing anything. And the other one was GRT, the graph. So GRT, take this parallel channel. Draw something like this. So yeah, this basically, what you would look for on the graph is something like a bump and run. That would look like a breakout above the channel line. We go back, bump would be the retest of it. Then we start continuation up higher. Going to be a lot of resistance. Big level over here at 40 cents, 39 cents on the graph. Right, we're at 34 cents. So it's very possible for GRT. We see the breakout, but then it goes up to 40 cents and just gets slammed down. If it does actually flip and close above 40 cents, then we can see continuation up higher. But yeah, 40 cents, a major level of control on the chart here on GRT that we would need to actually break above and close above on at least the daily. Let's see. Biggest bag is DOT. Thoughts on Polka City assets? I don't own any Polka City assets. I was pretty into Polka City a few months ago, but then the Metaverse hype just completely died down and hasn't come back at all. So we'll see what does happen with Polka City. Polk. Super low market cap, so it has the potential to do something pretty nuts. Polka City. Here it is. Pol C, not Pol K. I apologize about that. Market cap of this is $12.6 million. So it's a micro cap. So when the Metaverse does get popular again, all-time high is 283. That was 4 months ago. When it does get some excitement back in the Metaverse market, altcoin market, I think this thing does have the potential to go on a little bit of a run. But in my opinion, not financial advice, you should wait for confirmation from Bitcoin. What would that confirmation look like? That would be a break above the level up here. Like we've talked about many times, a break above 46K up here on BTC. Connor, what is the story on ADA and the 17th of March? Luca, I'm not sure what is happening for Cardano on the 17th of March. Project Catalyst, I'm not sure, Luca. I got to do some research on that. Haven't been paying attention to any Cardano news, just looking at the technicals. By the way, if you look at the technicals, I said I would look at that. So ADA, if we go to a daily, and if I drop one of my lines at 84 cents, if we look, 84 cents is a major level dating back to around a year ago, a year and a month ago, February 15th, 2021. And now it's being used, was used as support, now being used as resistance. As you can see, we did get denied from the 84 cent level. So for Cardano, first order of business is, it needs to close above and hold above 84 cents here. If it keeps on getting rejected from 84 cents, right, rejection, well, then it's going to roll over, basically. So yeah, 84 cents is the level to watch. Mark that one on your own ADA chart. And if we can actually close above that on the daily and hold it as support, that's good. If not, it could get a little bit ugly. Plain and simple. ICP and GALA. Take a look at GALA and ICP. So GALA on the daily, accumulation. Like, look at this chart, and it's also making a higher low. We have the low over here. Now it's making a higher low, and it's accumulating, so that's good. But look at this over here, accumulation. What happened? Parabolic pump. What happened over here after the, when it was selling off and it was in, accumulating, it would just tank down. But it looks like we do have a trend reversal here. Why do I say that? Well, we made this low, then we pump up and we broke these highs, right? We made a higher high. Now we pull back. And what do? We made a higher low, all right? So it looks like we do have an uptrend forming. In order to confirm that uptrend, we need to break 40 cents over here on GALA. But yeah, we're in accumulation right now. It looks like it's basing. We have this nice wick down with decent volume, showing some exhaustion over here from the 24th of February. And really this has been chopping around for about the past month, about the past 3 weeks. This has been in this basing higher low formation, right? So that would be a very good thing if it can just pump up and make another higher high past 40 cents. That's GALA. Now ICP. Okay, interesting. This looks pretty bullish to me. This is pinching. This is pinching hard. Nice, huge descending wedge. This can't keep going down forever. Massive descending wedge here on ICP. This thing is in the gutter. This thing was as high as... How high? Look at this chart. That's so bad. $365. People, look at the volume. It just hit the exchanges. People were buying up here at $365. In order for somebody to sell, somebody needs to be on the other side and buy it. This is a zero-sum game. A little reminder for you. This is a ruthless market. People were buying up here, but people were also selling up here. You want to be the person selling up here at the top. But yeah, this thing is at the bottom and is printing a massive descending wedge. I would look for a breakout. Big area of interest is right around 25 bucks. I like this level here at 24.63. Look, yeah, that's what I see on ICP. What about Department 77? So yes, Department 77 is coming up. The mint will be on the 15th. I think that is Tuesday this week. Mint March 15th. There's only going to be 330 of these. The Crypto Empire Premium Discord group did have the opportunity to get on the whitelist because they opened up their Discord and the first 50 people inside got whitelist automatically. My team and I were on it like a hawk. As soon as that post got, or the tweet got as soon as they tweeted it on Twitter, it's a play on words right there, tweeted it on Twitter, we were on top of it, and we were the first ones in the Discord. So that's how we got whitelist, which is why you should be in the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. We are on top of all the main events happening, especially on the Terra ecosystem. We are heavily involved in Terra NFTs, and we know exactly what is going on. We know the top projects. If you want to find out more about the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group, you can go to cryptoempireco.io. This is the official Crypto Empire website. This is the only place you're actually going to be able to join the Discord group. Hit join Discord on the top, and all information is going to be right here. Watch my little video that I did make for the group. But yeah, Department 77 is going to be a play to earn game on Terra. The NFTs are basically going to be these bounty hunter heroes. You're going to send them out on missions, and the more you actually use them and send them out, the more you're actually going to make from the game. I will be minting these. Mint is coming up on the 15th of March. Have your eyes on that one. And then Mutants as well is the other big NFT mint I'm looking forward to this week, which is also on the 15th of March. Mutants, and then let's not forget about MintDAO, Space Cartels. MintDAO is having their next project mint with Space Cartels, and that is happening on the 17th. Alright, so follow Space Cartels as well on Twitter, and look out for this one. Another play-to-earn metaverse game being built on Terra. So a lot is happening on Terra, a lot is happening with play-to-earn gaming NFTs. This is what you want to be looking forward to this week in terms of upcoming NFT mints on Terra. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Labradoodle. I did have that planned as our scheduled programming here in the content of Crypto Empire's weekly live stream. Nelson, are you into Beats Bribes? No, I'm not. I don't know what Beats Bribes is. Let's see. Connor, get some water, yo. Yeah, for real. Check out Waves. Yes, we did have a request for Waves earlier. All right, Waves seeing some decent price action. So Waves, I mean, it's in supply. You want to be looking for a pullback on this. I would be looking, just from first glance, you can see we've already went ahead and we've held the 23.6 retracement at 25 bucks so far. I'm not sure what the fundamental reason for this pump is for Waves. I haven't been paying any attention to it. But yeah, I would be looking for a pullback. I'm not bullish enough to go ahead and chase this, to think that I need to accumulate a ton of waves. It's never a good idea to get into something late after it's already gone up from the end of February, 220%. I think there's better opportunities on the market, things that haven't pumped 220% in the past 3 weeks. But your pullback level on Waves is going to be this zone here on the daily at around $22, just from my first glance. And then we also had a request for Curve and ENJ. Curve, I'll show you what I'm looking at on CRV. Big level on CRV at around 275. If Curve can actually get back above 275, that would be really good. As you can see from my blue line here in the chart, big area of control. So it needs to get above 275. Then I would consider trading it. Until then, I'm not really interested. But it is, I mean, it's at the bottom right now. But yeah, this looks pretty good. If it can get back above 275. Big level over here. Right, if you want to take a breakout play, that's where you want to basically think about going long. If you want to take a support play, it's at support right now. Just underneath $2. Could possibly, test down to 160. But yeah, 275 is really the main area I'm interested in for CRV. And then ENJ as well. Looks pretty similar. Looks pretty similar to everything else in the sense that it's just kind of chopping around. Big level right there. Big level here at 150 on engine. And it's currently at 132. So this screams capitulation to me. Big wick down, decent volume. Right, that looks like exhaustion. It depends what Bitcoin does, but yeah, I mean, if we go and test these lows, we could sweep the lows and immediately just come back up higher, right? Because market makers like to do that. So we could sweep these lows, just break below them and quickly recover back up. That's called a bear trap, basically. You could look out for something like that on CRV. But really, until this starts to show some strength, which would be to get back above 150, I wouldn't really be too interested in it. So I said sell my waves, right? Well, I can't tell you if you should buy or sell any cryptocurrency because I'm not a financial advisor. But if you were buying it down here at $8 to $10 and you're now at $26, if you bought it at $8, that's a 3x. You can consider taking some profit. That's not a horrible idea. Having liquidity is always a good thing, especially at times like this. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up the Crypto Empire weekly live stream. We've been going now for 47 minutes with our second take on the live stream. We did cover a few things before we actually had some technical difficulties. So I appreciate everybody sticking with me throughout the live stream. Basically, we have the FOMC meeting coming up on the 16th of March. Until then, expect choppiness. Maybe we'll get some volatility towards the weekly candle close tonight. Watch out for the bull and bear trap scenarios that I did lay out for you in the charts. I'm expecting more non-directional volatility, basically more chopping around in the charts until we're clear on what the deal is with interest rates. And then depending on this month's close, I mean, obviously I'll be back here next Sunday and the Sunday after that to give you my update. But if we can close the month of March above 40K, and the higher we are above 40K, that means the better I think we will be for April. So another week of non-directional price action here in cryptocurrency. I commend you for sticking with it, for continuing to do research, for continuing to stay engaged with crypto. While the majority of people have already moved on, they've given up, they've lost hope, and they simply will not be able to reap the rewards when things do actually pick back up. So I commend you for sticking with it. The gains will be with us eventually again, but right now we have what I like to call chop and slop in the charts, non-directional price action going absolutely sideways. We have a few NFT mints coming up this week that I am looking forward to. So I hope that you all enjoyed this weekly Crypto Empire live stream. I'll see you all throughout the week with our usual content that we do have here at Crypto Empire. Again, check out the Discord group on my website. And if you want to learn how to trade, go ahead and get yourself the Crypto Empire Premium Elite trading course. You will not be disappointed. That is one of the best trading courses on all of the internet. Thank you for sticking with me for this live stream. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your week.